What's going on, guys? In today's video we are going to be doing a archer guide for floor 1 to 6. Before we get any further into it, please make sure you like and subscribe, as it will really help a lot. With this guide we are going to be covering it floor by floor, so make sure you watch the entire video or skip to the floor you want to see covered. When it comes to the entrance floor, all you need to do is either use strong dragon armor or any gear that you have already, as you only need to clear this floor and complete it, as it is quite easy and has nothing special about it. After you have finished with the entrance floor, you'll be moving on to floor 1. At this stage, you should have Catacombs level 2. With this, you'll be able to wear a full 5-star rotten armor set with the Fierce Reforge. The weapon choice for this floor is a quite weak, but I recommend either a Runan's bow or an artisanal short bow. The most expensive choice of these is the Runan's bow. This bow does deal the most single hit damage and has a special ability in which it shoots 3 arrows per shot. But with the artisanal short bow, it has a special ability where it can shoot arrows instantly upon clicking. This can help increase the amount of DPS you can do, but does less single hit damage compared to a Runan's bow. This is why I recommend getting both for this floor, as they are both affordable and share their own individual purposes. Coming into floor 2, your variety of gear does not change that much, as the Catacombs requirements for the upgrades are too high for this floor. So I recommend, if you struggle not to do enough damage, that you get more talismans with the Itchy Reforge if they aren't already. Moving on to floor 3, the jump in difficulty becomes highly noticeable. That is why you need to upgrade your gear to either 5-starred Skeleton Master Armor, which has a Catacombs requirement of 12, or 5-starred Zombie Soldier Armor. With the reforges of this gear, you must either have it set to Fierce for an increase of damage, or Titanic for an increase of health. When it comes to pure damage, the Skeleton Master Armor wins by a large margin, as its full set bonus increases your arrow damage by 25%. But if you still struggle with survivability, you should get the 5-star Zombie Soldier Armor instead. The weapon upgrades of this floor is getting stars on your Runan's bow, as there is no other weapons within the budget or Catacombs level at this stage of the game. For floor 4, your armor choices does not change, but I recommend at this point to get the full Skeleton Master Armor instead of the Zombie Soldier Armor if you haven't already. If you still die with this gear on, reforge it to Titanic instead of Fierce for the increase in EHP. The pet you want for this floor is the legendary skeleton pet. With this pet, it increases your damage with arrows to a maximum of 20% at level 100, and this stat is tripled while in the dungeons. Keep in mind, you can have pet items on these pets, and I recommend you get either a crochet tiger plushie or a dwarf turtle helmet. When it comes to choosing between the two, the dwarf turtle helmet wins in my opinion, as removal of knockback can really enhance your gameplay, and also increase your accuracy with a bow, instead of getting bashed around and missing your shots with a bow. When it comes to weapons, on this floor, you must upgrade to a boomerang, as even after the nerf, it is still quite a good weapon for early game archers. With floor 5, your gear changes rapidly, as you have access to Shadow Assassin armor. With this floor, you must wear 2/4 Shadow Assassin armor with a golden livid head, with either a Zombie Knight chestplate or a tier 12 perfect chestplate, all 5-starred. When choosing between the chestplates, it comes down generally to budget, as a Zombie Knight chestplate only costs a couple 100,000 coins, while the tier 12 perfect chestplate costs millions of coins. The reforges of this gear must either be Ancient or Fierce, with Ancient being the best reforge between the two. Moving on to pets, you can stick with a legendary skeleton pet, or change it to an epic or legendary turtle pet. You must only swap from a skeleton pet to a turtle pet if you struggle to survive. I'd recommend not grinding for the legendary turtle pet. If you wish to get one at the price tag at this stage of the game, it will set you back quite a lot, as it costs 25 million coins for a level 1 one. At this point, the pets you get for dungeons must all have dwarf turtle helmets on, so this will be the last time I mention pet items. At this point, your weapon have practically become useless. So that is why I recommend getting a Juju shortbow. The Juju shortbow is a deadly weapon for its price and low requirements, as you only need Void Gloom Slayer level 3 to have access to it. With this bow, the key thing is to note that you need to get the Soul Eater ultimate enchant on this bow, as with this enchant, it consumes the strength of the last mob you killed with the weapon and adds it to your next attack. The amount of strength consumed can increase depending on their Soul Eater level, as for example, with the max Soul Eater level being 5, it consumes and multiplies the strength of the last mob you killed by 10, and is applied to the next hit. With this floor, Soul Eater 2 or above should suffice on this floor. The Reforge for this bow must be the Spiritual Reforge, as it has a special ability where there is a chance that the last mob you killed spawns a spirit, which can distract other mobs, causing them not to hit you. The Reforges for talismans come more complicated, as you need to balance of increasing your strength, crit damage and attack speed. Attack speed is very important, as your DPS will increase exponentially, and your clearing power would also increase, as you would be able to shoot more arrows faster. The Reforges for the talismans are as follows: Common to Rare with the Shaded Reforge, Epic Talismans with Strange Reforge, and Legendary and Mythic Talismans set to Strong. At this point, you should know of the different types of arrows you can get. There are many different types of arrows that all serve different purposes, but for dungeons, I recommend the bounty arrows due to the fact on how it makes clearing rooms easier and how accessible and simple they are to get and use. You could also use other arrows that you personally feel are better for yourself, but I personally use bounty arrows. Now, with that all said, we'll be moving on to floor 6. With floor 6, your armor doesn't change that much, but you must swap your golden livid head to a golden sedan head. The survivability on this floor is incredibly hard, so you need to swap to either a legendary baby yeti pet or a legendary turtle pet. After a recent nerf of the baby yeti pet, it has become less viable than it was before, as it now only converts 75% of your strength to defense instead of the original 100%. Even with this nerf, the pet is still a great contender against the turtle pet, and with them being so near in price, it can go either way. But the turtle pet wins, as the legendary pet grants immunity to knockback, allowing you to sub out the dwarf turtle helmet with a crochet tiger plushie. With the Juju bow, you need it to have Soul Eater enchant level 3 or above. As we are nearing the end of the video, I just want to mention some useful items to use on all floors. These are the Wand of Atonement or any other of its variants. This healing item is very useful, as it can help increase your healing, and I use it quite often whilst clearing, so I don't have to worry about my health. Another item you should get is the Florid Zombie Sword. With this item, it serves as a panic healing, as it has 5 charges and gives bursts of healing, which can help you if you're low on health. Also, make sure you start each of the dungeons with a dungeon potion. Dungeon potions help, as it increases your damage, speed, and regeneration. Another useful items is either the Radiant Orb or the Mana Flux. These help as it increases your natural regeneration, and also with the Mana Flux it increases your mana. Well, this is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.